up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and this is your Love and Marriage Huntsville, part 3, final episode of season 3, part 3 of the reunion. We get started where we left off. We start off where we left off with Tisha telling everybody to put some respect on her motherfucking marriage. The longest length of time means nothing. The time is nothing. Let's ask Marceau to respect his wife and go hard for you as you do for your marriage. Miss Wanda probably told you to overlook cheating because no man will want you with 3 kids, like she told Mel. That old school male-centered tradition has been good for what women? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I'm not going to respect your marriage unless your husband respects your marriage. If your husband doesn't respect your marriage, you can't expect anyone else to respect your marriage. And if your husband is disrespecting your marriage and dishonoring your marriage by entertaining other women, we're not going to respect the length of time you've been imprisoned. Okay? So that's all I had to say about that. They get with Lewis and Tiffany talking about their opinions. You can't qualify just because you're married before. I don't accept advice from people who haven't been successful. And then that's when I posted on the community page. I'm like, Dr. Francis is a married, licensed family and marriage therapist. And you said you wouldn't take advice from him either because you attempted to insult him by saying that he's only a therapist for women and for men who think like women. And we know how you feel about women. So it's safe to say that that was an insult. So for you to sit up there and act like you don't take advice from people who haven't been successful at the endeavor that you're talking about, you are a liar. Because you had a licensed, professional, married therapist giving you advice and you didn't want to take advice from him. Just say you don't want to take advice from anyone about your marriage because we all know that you didn't even want the name of the show to be called Love and Marriage Huntsville because you're not good at love and marriage. But for some reason, no one's advice is good enough for you from a man who's been divorced and remarried or from a man who's married and actually licensed to give people advice about their marriage. So you're a liar, Marceau, and you're not the smartest person in the room. I want you to know that. You seem to think you are, and that's the problem. That inflated false sense of self. It's annoying and it's disgusting to watch. Just say, I'm not taking advice from anyone. Don't try to disqualify Lewis because you disqualified a therapist. So who is qualified to give you old lazy dolphin mouth, no front tooth showing ass nigga? Who is qualified to give you advice? Let us know. Well, they broke, right? They went out, they had a break. They're going to just have the women out. Martell and Lewis were talking in the back, and he was like, yeah, it just seems like they want dirt. They're not trying to get to know us. They just want dirt on us. We're not perfect, but we learn to be quiet about our marriage. That's not true either. That's not true either. I was like, why does he keep lying? Does he not know? And that's the thing. Do you not know? And then you heard him try to disqualify Lewis by trying to say, I'm only on your television screen for this amount of time. And based on this amount of time, you've only known me for half a day. So you don't really know me. But you wouldn't sit in front of a therapist because the therapist would be able to see right through you and be able to tell your wife that, honey, you're in a relationship with a man who doesn't even fucking like women. Okay. All right. He's saying people can't know him in a half a day. Right. What do you expect people to say about your relationship? So Marceau, I want to ask Marceau, what's his name? Scott. based on what you've seen, and you can't ask niggas like this no questions because they're going to try to figure out a way to make themselves right in the situation no matter what. But based on what we've seen, and you telling everybody that you're not good at love and marriage, and for people to have critiques about your marriage and opinions about your marriage, what do you think a solid opinion would be about your marriage that we have been able to see? If you were not you and you are on the outside looking in and looking at a man and his wife relate to each other the way that you and Tisha relate to each other, and based on what we've seen, what would be your opinion of that marriage? Exactly. Okay. Destiny and Tiffany's drama. Is Destiny messy, or is Tiffany messy? That's what Carlos asked Destiny. Destiny said. Tiffany said, "Well, that's her opinion. It's a messed up to have." She was like, "I already told you. That's her opinion. It just seems like." Melody says, "It just seems like Destiny carried it on for a long time. She did the same thing with that chicken shit when she was soldiering for her man. She did the same. She carried that bone about that chicken comment that Kimmi made. Remember that? Yeah, and we had to talk about that for up to this season. I think this was the last season we actually we laid it to rest. I never got a chance to talk about it with Tiffany. She gave me a half-ass apology. Tiffany says that Destiny is judgmental, and then Destiny was like, "Oh, that's funny coming from someone who's so opinionated." Girls are saying practically the same thing. If I have an opinion about something and it doesn't go in and it doesn't fall in line with how I would walk through the situation, I'm judging you. Y'all need to stop acting like an opinion and a judgment is two different things. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I have an opinion about it. And again, if it goes against how I would walk through the world, then more than likely I have a judgment about it. Okay. Why the fuck are you so snappy? Melody says she's tired of him. I don't get it. I feel it's deeper than that. Destiny lets us know that she hasn't talked to Melody since they rapped. Melody basically is like, "Bitch, you're a co-worker." I think Melody, if she was honest, she should tell Destiny, "You are Martell's friend. So you and I are not going to have the greatest relationship afterwards." That's what it feels like. And it feels like that Melody has placed Destiny in a co-worker relationship, as she has done with everyone. And like I said on Twitter yesterday, Melody should step back from the show, allow Ariane to, as the executive producer, allow Ariane to come on the show. So now it would be Martell and Ariane for however long he wants to deal with her, and let her come off the show so I can make money as Melody. I can make money off of your relationship with this woman. Let's flip it like that. But Melody's ego is too large, right, to actually do that. But if I was Melody, I would be like, "Okay, I'm gonna step back. Let Ariane come," because at the end of the day, all of those people on that show are Martell's friends, down to Destiny. So let Ariane step back, continue to be the executive producer. Let her come on the show and get made a fool out of, right? And then make some money off of it while you at it. That's how I feel about the situation. I'm sorry that you feel like that. It's not personal. When I'm done, I'm shooting the season, I break away from everyone. Tisha said that's an excuse. Yes, Tisha, yes. That's how I feel. I break away from everyone. She was like, "I just think that that's an excuse. As long as you're there for her, she's good. When she gets over the hump of whatever it is that she's dealing with, all of a sudden she's too busy for you." And she was like, "That sounds good, Mel. That sounds good." I was like, Tisha, I love that Tisha was giving Mel the blues, because I think that Mel has also, like, I don't like the way that she was. It's condescending. Her tone and the pacing of her voice and the tone of her voice is very condescending. And if I was Destiny, I would just chalk up the relationship, because I don't want anyone to feel like on Housewives of Orange County, to feel like they need to go out of their way for us to be cool with each other. You're not calling me, you're not returning my calls. The relationship is no longer reciprocal. Dump it. It's an investment that is not, you're not seeing a return on. Dump it and invest no more into it. You see you're investing, you're not getting anything in return, Destiny. Dump the investment and divest and put your money elsewhere. Okay? That's what you need to do. I didn't like that Mel was like, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel that way. No, you need to say, I'm sorry that my actions made you feel that our relationship wasn't on solid ground. That's how you apologize. You don't apologize for my feelings, because I'm not sorry about how I feel about the situation. So you don't need to apologize for how I feel. They're not your feelings to apologize for. You apologize for your actions. Don't apologize for my reaction to your behavior. Okay, Mel? Mel's weak as fuck. Weak as hell. Oh, that's what Tisha said. You don't know how to be a good friend. I wasn't turning up. Oh, that's what she said. Mel was trying to say that Destiny was turning up. But she was like, I wasn't turning up. I'm just asking a question. Basically, Melody ghosted the relationship. That's what it sounds like. I'm sorry you're hurt. I'm sorry you feel that way. Girl, I don't like those apologies. Kimmi and Tisha, they get on their situation. You're married to brothers. Would you guys be friends if you weren't in-laws? And Kimmi flat out said no. And Tisha, again, that is a relationship that you should not invest in. Like, I don't understand what they're going to do with this group of people, because nobody wants to be cool with each other. And at this point, if the relationships are severed, if there's no course of action to repair the relationships, why are we here? What are we doing? Tisha doesn't fuck with Mel. Tisha doesn't fuck with Kimmi. Melody don't fuck with Destiny. She don't fuck with Tisha. She barely fuck with Kimmi. So what's left? Who's left for what? Is this the last season? Like, how? The only thing that could make the next season go is what is inviting Ariane onto the show. And I know she's not going to want to give her space, because this is her fucking show, and I wouldn't have that bitch on my show. But I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? She should have that bitch on her show. You on my show. And I'm going to let you film, and I'm going to do, but this money that's coming from this show, I'm going to make the money off this show, bitch. So go ahead and be in this relationship with this man, and he can embarrass you on TV while I make money off of your relationship. Right? Okay. You were cool with Mel, and Mel was starting rumors trying to destroy my marriage. Like we all said, Melody and Martell's house was on fire, so they went through the neighborhood setting everyone else's house on fire, and they were both doing it. So Letitia has the right to feel the way she wants to feel about Melody's actions, but she said, I'm just talking about it. We're already past it. He asked me a question. That's why I'm talking about it. So I love that she clarified that. She's like, I'm not even in that place or whatever. He just asked me a question, and that's what I'm talking about. But we know Letitia is going to hold on to it forever. Stop talking. When Letitia and what's the girl's name? Kimmi were going back and forth. Letitia would not shut up. Girl, shut up. Shut up so she can talk. That's why we can't fucking get along. What are you fucking saying? And then this thing that Letitia is spoiled. Spoiled by whom? Who is she spoiled by? And what behavior is showing that she's spoiled because she doesn't get her way? She wants everybody to. Where did she get that from? How did she get spoiled? Who spoiled her? Who spoiled her? Where she can. I was about to say something and I'm not going to say it. Do you think that Letitia is too immature to have this conversation? Carlos said the right word. Kimmi was like, I wouldn't call it immature. Even Letitia was looking at Carlos. Yeah, you're immature. That's where the spoiled comes in. I wouldn't call her spoiled. I would say she's immature in what her expectations are and how she should handle her friendships. It's very elementary. It's very elementary. Um, she says, I can't live up to what Letitia wants. I go hard for my friends. She was like, when have you gone hard for me? She couldn't name it. Girl, you haven't gone hard for her. I wouldn't want that. Melody said you was out here in the streets talking. She was like, girl, was nobody out in the streets talking about you? Melody, why you bringing up some old shit? Didn't nobody ask you about that old shit you bringing up, girl? She was like, girl, I don't even care what you talking about. I care about this. I love, baby, when I tell you I love that Letitia said that to Melody, shut up. Over there with your eyes all squinted up thinking you saying something to somebody. I see they took the thing out of her dress, that piece that was holding the structure of her dress. They took it out. Y'all noticed that? I was like, girl, I love Letitia when she said that. I love that she said, I'm worried about this right here. I don't give a fuck what you talking about, girl, really, honestly. And she was like, girl, I'm not even calling you girl or sweetheart. I haven't said anything like that to you. Anyway, so Miss Wanda and Vanessa come out. Martell's mom is not there because she's watching the children. They were showing their package and how the mothers like were, going back and forth with each other. Everybody was just like, whoa, like, ooh, what? Wanda's a mess. Anyways, what do you think about your son-in-law having a baby on your daughter and them getting divorced? I wanted them to, I wish it was a different outcome, basically. Martell apologizes to Vanessa again, but Vanessa says seeing her happy is what I like to see, right? And I always say that you would rather see your parents or your siblings happy and single than partnered and miserable, right? And I feel like Letitia is mad at the other sister that left the misogynistic brother. I'm sure the one, is that the same one Vanessa was driving 6 hours to see, honey? Vanessa was about to be your sister-in-law, Letitia. Bitch. She said Van has been supportive. Like I said, Martell apologized. He said sorry it didn't play out the way. He says, but I tried. Remember in the first episode, he said he had went to church and they laid hands on him. That's so hilarious. Melody told them about the kids. She was like, no, I haven't. Don't forget the way you drove over there and the girl was yelling out the window, don't touch my daddy. That was weird. Why haven't you said anything to the children? Are you embarrassed? Wanda, talk to talk. Yeah, she told Wanda, you just be talking. Wanda is a gossip. Like I said, Wanda be sitting up on the internet, looking at the comments, reading the comments, and it was on the internet. It was on the internet. It was on the internet. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. It was on the internet. Girl, what does that mean? It was on the internet, that it was true? What does that mean? It was on the internet. What does it was on the internet mean? What does that mean? That just because it was on the internet, you can repeat it? If it's a lie, why are you repeating the lie? Because you a gossip. You a little busybody, roly-poly gossip, rolling around the city like one of them damn little roly-poly dolls with little bottom of your body is a little ball rolling around town on your phone, gossiping with everybody who would listen to you, girl. That's all you doing. And nobody's interested. And I don't like the fact that Letitia thinks that somebody should respect her disrespectful mother just because that lady is her mother. Everybody on that stage is mothers. Everybody on that stage have children. And everybody on that stage deserves respect. If your mother deserves respect just because she's your mother, those other women deserve respect because their mother, that's their daughter and their children. So everybody deserves respect, and you don't get to disrespect people just because Wanda is no more than 15 years older than everybody there. She had Letitia at 15 years old. Bitch, you one of us. You're one of us. And the thing that bothers me is that I talk to my mom, I talk to her. Obviously, as we can see, your mother doesn't pay attention to shit you say to her because her behavior hasn't been modified. So because I'm not going to let this lady talk to me any kind of way, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say to her, and you just going to have to fucking deal. And if you don't like it, bitch, you can go too, because I can cuss your ass out too. Okay? Okay. The same way you was making those tapes in your bedroom, you needed to tell your daughter how to make those tapes. So evidently, Marceau and Maurice's brother was in a relationship with Van, and Van used to be driving six hours to go see him and stuff like that. And that's how they know that there's a tape of them out there screwing. That's what Marceau was saying last season, that Vanessa had a tape out there, and we didn't know where he got that from. But apparently today we know that she was dating their brother. Okay. It's on social media. It's on social media. Girl, shut up. Kimmi, Wanda calls Kimmi a snake. She says I'm past people talking reckless to me. And that was it. That was pretty much it. They got up, they gave each other a toast. I don't remember what else happened, but that was it, pretty much it for the episode. I'm glad the season's over. I'm gonna see like how they're gonna come back, how it's gonna be structured. I do think they should bring Ariane onto the show because it's real. This is real life. And if you don't want to be on the show with Ariane, I wouldn't want to be on the show with her either. That's why I would step back, and you can make money off of them. I wouldn't be on the show with her, but I would let her be on the show. Like, and then you can back up. You can back up and walk away and let them make their show, watch their show, see how it plays out. Martell, they said Martell finally, I guess he posted a picture with him sitting like in this king's position, a king with no kingdom, honey. You fucked your kingdom up. Ain't that crazy? Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Hopefully he'll rebuild when he gets his builder's license. Take care of each other and protect your energy. Peace.